A huge bombshell for state lawmakers on the session's first full day. New Mexico has less in its checking account than it thought. A lot less. Turns out the state has not been balancing its checkbook for years. News 13's Tina Jensen is in the Newsplex with that story. Tina.
New Mexico could have $70 million less than it thought, and that number could climb to more than $400 million less. And that could make it really tough to hammer out a budget.
The state has not been essentially balancing its checkbook by checking what it has in its checkbook against what the bank statements say.
That means millions of entries for state spending. The problem goes back to when the state switched to the share system in 2006, new software that was supposed to do its accounting. Instead, it's caused chronic problems, and the Department of Financial Accountability hadn't been making sure the general ledger was matching the bank account balances of 100 state agencies.
The Department of Finance Administration has responsibility for performing this reconciliation. They have not been doing it, and this is the result.
DFA Secretary Tom Clifford wouldn't go on camera about it, but said the DFA was, quote, concerned, adding, "It's important to stress that no cash is missing and there is no danger that checks issued by the state of New Mexico will bounce."
If it goes from $70 million to $460 million, $460 million is dadgum near all of our reserves.
So what does that mean for the state budget? Legislators won't have as much extra money for things like schools, law enforcement, or raises, and expect a big fight over how much of the reserve fund they can dip into.
You have an element out there that is frosting at the mouth, wanting to spend more money, and there's no more money to spend.
DFA has a ton of work ahead. They're asking for $10 million just to fix the software issues and millions more to try to pay an accounting firm to go through hundreds of thousands of transactions to figure out why the numbers don't match up. Back to you.
Okay, Tina, nobody is pointing to fraud or embezzlement as the issue, but they won't know that for sure until more audits are completed.